Hello everyone, Petalisbless here. Welcome back to my channel. For today's Cricut Wednesday, I'll be sharing with you 2 DIYs that will be nice and fresh for the spring. Alright everyone, I have these 2 canvas for our first DIY and they are 8 by 10. I just picked them up at my local dollar store. And I'm going to go over them with some white acrylic paint just to smooth out the surface of our canvas. So I'm just going to be applying the paint going around the corners. Yeah, along the sides, around the top, not all the way down to the middle because I'm placing something in the middle. So I'm just going to be painting right around the canvas. Okay, I'm going to do both of our canvas and I'll be setting them aside to dry for a few hours. So while our canvas are drying, we're going to start on our leaves. Now I got these leaves from my local Dollar Tree. They're very nice little foam leaves. And I'll be using some crushed glass. And I'll be using some Mod Podge to place them on our leaves. So I'm just using a little small paintbrush because I'll be brushing in the lines of our leaves with the Mod Podge. So I'm just taking my time and creating lines, outlining the leaf with the Mod Podge. And now I'm just going to be sprinkling the crushed glass over the leaf. Pat it down just a bit. And I'm going to leave it for a second or two before I pour off the excess crushed glass. So I'm moving on to the next leaf. And now I'm just going to pour off the crushed glass. There we go. And I'll just be using the tip of the paintbrush to shape back out the design that I had placed down. Just clearing off the crushed glass in between each spot. And after I finish this, I will just continue to do the rest of the leaves that I have. I believe I have 7 of them altogether to do. And then I'll just set them aside to dry for a few hours. Okay, here's our leaves. They're all dry. So I am going to go back in with some more Mod Podge to help seal in the crushed glass. Now I'll be adding some of these chunky flakes glitter that I got from Michael's. Just going to be sprinkling them all over the leaves. And now I'm coming in with some regular glitter. And when I'm finished all the leaves, I'll be setting everything aside to dry for a few hours. Okay, so we have our canvas now that's all dry. And now I have these mirrored tiles. They are 6 by 9. I got them from Amazon. And I'll be using some E6000 to help glue them down. They do come with a self-adhesive, but we need something stronger, so we're going to use some E6000. Okay, so now we have our leaves. They're all nice and dry. So we'll be placing our leaves onto our mirror. So I'm just using my X-Acto knife and I'll be removing little plastic over the mirror. And we're just going to place our leaves on the pattern that we want them to go onto our mirrors. And now I'm just going to be using some E6000. And I'll also be using some hot glue to glue them to our mirror. Now these mirrors, I got them off Amazon like I said. They're nice mirrors, but they're for decor purposes only. If you want a mirror to view for beauty, or to look at yourself when you're going out, these are not the mirrors for you because they are kind of distraught. Depends on which angle you look at them at, but they're perfect to use for decor purposes. And I will have the link for these mirrors and most of the items that I'm using in both of today's DIYs down below in my description box. Alright everyone, here is the finished look for our DIY number 1. I think they look nice. Nice and fresh for spring/summer. It's a quick and easy DIY for your home. And I love the green leaves with the crushed glass. I think they look lovely. So leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of our leaf decor for DIY number 1. So for DIY number 2, we are going into Cricut Design Space, get the pattern we want, which is this leaf, press insert it onto our canvas, and then I'm going to resize it to the size I want for the container that I'm putting it on. And now I'm going to duplicate because I want, I think, around 7 of them. So I duplicate them. And now I'm going to go to make it, send it on. We're going to do it on a mat. And here it is on the mat. I'm going to space it out a little bit more. I think they're too close together. So I'm just going to space it out a little more. And then we are going to go to continue. And then our material is Smart Vinyl Permanent. And I always press more. And here is the vinyl that we'll be using, this silver vinyl here. And I'm just using my scraper to adhere it more to the mat. And now we're just cutting out the leaves. And now we're all done. I'm going to remove the vinyl from the cutting board. And then I'll be just cutting off the excess pieces that I don't need. I like to save vinyl. I can always use it again. So I'm cutting off the pieces that I don't need. And now we are just going to weed our images. Okay, I applied the transfer tape and now I'm just burnishing our decor onto the transfer tape. And I'm just going to cut them into individual pieces because I'll be placing them one by one onto our vase. Okay, I have this small vase here I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'll be using some rubbing alcohol to help clean off our vase. And then we're just going to place our image onto the vase. And again, burnish it with our scraper. And then just peel it off. So I'll just be placing the images going right round our vase. And each time I'll be cleaning it off. Make sure there's no oil on the vase. So the vinyl will stick very well. And here's our pattern with the leaves, which I think I want to add some more because there's lots of space in between. So I'm just going to clean off our vase again, and I made some leaves a little smaller this time. And I'll be adding them going right around the vase. And here is our other vase. And I have one of our leaves that we made from earlier. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and glue it onto our vase. And now we have the two pieces. I'm going to use some hot glue and some E6000 and glue our two pieces together. And here is our finished look. I love how it turned out. I think it looks very nice, super cute. A nice fresh idea for a spring/summer home decor. And I love the little leaves that we made with our Cricut machine at the bottom. And the crushed glass on the leaves like I told you from before. It makes a lovely accent piece. So leave me a comment and tell me what you think of our vase. And here are both our decors for today's Cricut DIY Wednesday. I hope I have inspired you with something nice for you to make for your home for this spring/summer. I love how they turned out. I think they look very nice. I love how the leaves look on the canvas over the mirror. I think it looks lovely. Alright everyone, if you're new here, I'd like to say welcome. And I do hope you will hit that subscribe button on your way out. And don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload another DIY to share. And remember, I upload videos every Sunday and Wednesday. Alright everyone, that's all your girls got for you today. So remember, as always, to stay blessed from Petalisbless, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye everyone.